Hey everybody, hope everyone is doing great today. My name is Kip, and if you're new to this channel, this is America Bumper to Bumper, and we are getting back into our Friday night live streams of giving out some car news, some recalls, and just general chatting with anybody that stops in. So I want to thank everybody who stops in during this live stream and who watches it afterwards. And let's get into things. So first thing we're going to talk about is what's been going on over the past pretty much 3 months that I've been off from doing this. First off, the job that I had at the time it called me to work 6 days a week. Granted, 2 of those were half days, and by the end of the week, I was just pretty well shot. So needed to just have some time, especially in the summer, to be able to just kind of relax from doing this. So as I said, former job, that job is over, and I do have another one that will be starting up soon, hopefully really soon, but we'll get that taken care of before too much longer. So where does our Facebook and Instagram and all that sort of stuff sit right now? On Facebook, we are at 805 page likes for America Bumper to Bumper, with 821 people following, which is really, really cool. I'm very excited to be getting ever closer to that 1,000 on Facebook. Instagram, let's see where I'm at Instagram. Instagram, 246 people following, so that's great. And I know that I could probably be doing a lot better there if I was actually, posting more often. I go to shows, I post a bunch, and then I kind of forget about it. So that's bad on me. On YouTube, we are actually doing really good, especially after our trip to Pennsylvania with Old Car Auto Guy. With the help of the YouTubers that we met up with and had good times with, we are at 373 subscribers. We picked up 42 subscribers, I believe, somewhere in there, since we went down and got a couple shout outs and have been posting up our videos of that. Speaking of, we'll have our video with Steve Fast from Hammer Down Motorsports. That video will be uploading tomorrow, as long as my computer decides it wants to let me do it. My computer's been having a few issues here and there with the program. I don't know if I just don't have enough RAM in the computer or whatever, but it's having a little bit of problems here and there. But we'll struggle through and get it done for you guys. It's going to be a really fun video. I'm taking a lot of time to kind of edit it into something that's going to be fun to watch, and so keep your eyes out tomorrow for that video. We also have been to the Eurobuilt 2019 car show, so we'll have some videos from that. Be uploading those starting on Monday, and that's what I'm going to be trying to focus on from now on. Is I'm going to be doing, if it's a car show that I go to, I'm going to try and do a couple videos Monday, a couple on Wednesday, and then we'll do the live stream on Friday. We're also going to be starting to get into more of the how well it held up videos. Got a really good response out of one of those videos, especially with the family edition. That's been getting a ton of views lately. And when I mean a ton, probably 25 to 30 views every 48 hours. So for me, that's a ton of views. And we're going to try and get some more of those videos out for you guys because you seem to like it. One of the analytics that I came across for the YouTube channel that I just wanted to throw out there to tell you guys, my videos, where people are viewing from or whether they're subscribed or not, it's something like 80% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. And I know that's probably an average, pretty good average for everyone else that does this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would love, let me see. I don't know where the heck it gives that. I saw it recently. Anyways, not a big deal. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people that are watching this do not subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to put the plea out there. If you guys could subscribe, if you're not already, I would greatly appreciate it. Nacho's dad, hey, thanks for stopping in. And Benny, how are you doing? It's about the same with the Riddles. Okay. Even though I've been doing this for 2.5 years, I never really paid close attention to that. So it's good to know that it's not just me. So appreciate you both for being in here and hanging in there for this news. So we're going to start this off. Pull this over here because it's going to be the last thing I talk about. Let's go with first item up is electric vehicles. 2 stories. One about the new Ford F-150 electric. The reports from Motor One are saying that the electric F-150 will possibly debut as early as 2021. And this is what they got from Automotive News Canada. The truck will allegedly be the Blue Oval's follow-up EV to launching the upcoming electric crossover with Mustang-tinged styling. 2 more crossover EVs will fill out the lineup by the end of 2022. Ford officially confirmed plans to build the fully electric F-150 at the 2019 Detroit Auto Show, in addition to offering a hybrid version of the best-selling truck. Biggest hint about the electric F-150's future came in July when the company released a video of the truck towing over 1 million cars of train cars. That makes no sense, people. Learn how to write. Let's see if I can pull up that story and see what that's all about. 1 million pounds. That makes more sense. 1 million pounds of trail cars. I think you're right on the electric part. I don't know about the autonomous stuff. I'm still not sold on autonomous cars, but electric vehicles are inevitable. The other story that I found was that Volkswagen is going to be providing electric powertrains to convert classic Beetles. I don't know. I don't. This is one that I absolutely don't agree with. VW Bugs are such an iconic car to begin with. They're stupid, fuel efficient to begin with. I don't know that how I feel about it on an e-bug. Everybody that's watching, put your comments in the below and let me know what you think about it. Our generation won't be selling the kids growing. Yeah, that is very true. I mean, it's a much more technology-driven economy, and kids like their like that sort of stuff. So yeah, I can see that in the future, but especially when I have two kids at home that don't drive. They're both old enough, but they don't have any desire to drive. So yeah, you're probably right. Autonomous vehicles are gonna be the thing because nobody likes driving anymore. I don't get it. I love driving. I was driving cars before I was legally able. I owned cars before I was legally able to drive them. So I'm just now it's definitely a difference in generations. Back in my day, yeah. I'm only 43 and I'm already saying back in my day. Love it. All right. Next thing, I'd rather drive cross country than fly. Absolutely. Yeah. You get to see a lot more. Yeah, sure, it takes a lot more time, but you actually get to see things, enjoy things, and enjoy time with the people that you're riding with. Going back to the Pennsylvania trip, had an absolute blast with Jason. Other than on here on YouTube, never met the man. Didn't know much about him at all. But Jason is a really cool guy, great guy to spend nearly a week with. What you see in the videos is definitely what you get. Very, very nice, genuine guy. Love him. Can't wait to do some more adventures with him, whether that means me going up to Canada and visiting him or next year doing another trip. But whatever it is, Jason, love you, buddy. And we had a great time. He drove a total of 14 hours from his place to Pennsylvania. It's 7 hours from my place to Pennsylvania. We spent lots of time in the car driving cross country. I would do it in a second. But you got to have the right vehicle. And you guys let me know what you think the right vehicle is, but I can definitely tell you his Project Grandma, the Grand Marquis, that is a pretty comfortable ride. And to get 25 miles to the gallon to boot, that's pretty impressive as well. All right. So next little thing is a story on the new Ford Bronco. The Ford Bronco, Ford is resurrecting the Bronco nameplate. And while we've spotted countless prototypes and test mules, and this story is also from motor1.com, there's still a lot we don't know about the new SUV. But new models aren't shrouded in complete secrecy. Trademark and patent filings are a peek at what an automaker could do down the road. And there are plenty that could be on the upcoming Ford Bronco. The Drive collected 9 patents for removable doors, but the most interesting tidbit gleaned is the side mirror location on the A-pillars, a la the Testarossa from the 80s. And if these patent filings are true, Jeep might actually have a competitor on its hands, and that would be way cool. Long overdue. So it's a strange location, but an ingenious solution for a company looking for ways to remove the doors without hindering rearward visibility. Several of the sketches, which are not of the new Bronco, show a SUV with A-pillar mounted side mirrors. One patent explains how a doorless SUV could provide puddle lighting thanks to an A-pillar mounted side mirror. Definitely a lot of possibilities there. And as I said, to harken back to the days of the original Testarossa with its flying mirrors up on the A-pillar, love it. Thought it was the coolest thing back in the day. And we'll see if this is in the future for the Ford Bronco as it becomes more prevalent in the near future. Let's see, we got 3 people watching the stream. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate everybody that's here. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about Bugatti. Now, big news from Bugatti is the 304 mile an hour speed record. And I'm using the quotes on that because some people, the big controversy is the car only went in one direction, which generally for time or for speed records, vehicles have to go in one way and then back the other way, and it's the average of the two runs that give you the record of it. The Bugatti, when it did its 304 mile an hour pass, only went in one direction. So a lot of people are saying it's not really, it can't really have the speed record because it didn't do what everybody else does. So that's a bit of everything. But the latest from Bugatti, they've formally announced it's retiring from chasing speed records. Let's see how long that lasts. In July 2010, Bugatti made history when official test driver Pierre-Henri Raffanel set a land speed record with an unrestricted Veyron Supersport by averaging 267.8 miles per hour at Volkswagen's Era Lesson high-speed oval. A few years later, Chinese racing driver Anthony Liu established a record for the fastest open-top production car in the Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse by doing 254 miles per hour at the same proving grounds. On August 2, 2019, Le Mans winner and Bugatti test driver Andy Wallace took a purpose-built Chiron to the same track in Lower Saxony and reached a top speed of 304.7 miles per hour. Number one, a lot of people are also saying that because it was a purpose-built Chiron, it wasn't a production car, that it also doesn't count. Great. You won't be seeing any other top speed records from Bugatti in the foreseeable future, as the company's president, Stephen Winkelmann, has revealed. The Mulheim-based Mark is done chasing speed records. I don't really see that. I see as soon as somebody else has broken 304, 7, they're going to be back into it because it's a game to them. Let's see. Bugatti's goal was to be the first automaker to break the 300 mile an hour barrier, and now that it's done, the long-tail Chiron, the quest is over, they say. Okay, but I'm sure that Koenigsegg, Hennessy, whoever else is into these high-dollar super speed cars, they're going to hit the 300 mark. Yes. If people do go with the news that this purpose-built Chiron does have the speed record, then everybody else is going to be, going after it. And but it is something that Bugatti can say they reached it first. So congratulations to them. Now we'll see where the fun goes from there. All right. Next up, 9 vehicles that are about to disappear. Let's see. The first of the 19 that are about ready to disappear, the Volkswagen Touareg. The Touareg is, of course, Volkswagen's, guess midsize still, SUV. They got rid of it in order to focus on the Atlas large SUV and the Tiguan crossover. But they're planning to bring out more SUVs, and Volkswagen, that is, in the future. So we'll see what happens there. Apparently, there are 88 left in the country that you can buy brand new. The next car that is disappearing is the Buick Cascada. If you guys don't know, Buick Cascada is a European imported Opel convertible. I actually know somebody that's got one. They're, in my opinion, very nice looking and very comfortable. But there are only 102 left in the country that you can now buy. Number 3, the Toyota Prius C. The C is for compact, so it's their smallest Prius, and it is getting discontinued. And there are a total of 200 left in the country. Now this next car, number 4, is kind of near and dear to my heart because we own one, a Buick LaCrosse. Ours is a 2011. I cannot say, I've been, as far as the car goes, comfortable-wise, space-wise, it's pretty good. And we've got the base model. And they've definitely gone very upscale over the years, but they have been discontinued, and now there are only 997 left in the country. Hi, Walt. Glad that you could stop in and watch the live stream. I really appreciate you hopping in here as well. Feel free to share this with everybody and get them on board. We are hoping to tweak this and get this better formatted. I'm still working on that. Maybe we'll see somebody else joining in. We'll in coming live streams, we'll see about that too. All right, number I think it's 5, the disappearing vehicles, Chevy Volt. That this one kind of surprises me, being the whole rage with electric vehicles, even though it is a car. But the Volt is going away, and there are just over 1,000 left in the country for you to buy. The next up is the Ford Taurus. I think, they're decent cars. I can't say much, about the new ones. I haven't really seen much of them, but, if you want a Taurus, you have 1,700 opportunities to buy one. And it's amazing to think that, 30 years ago, the Taurus was the best-selling car in the United States. Now it's being discontinued. Next, number 8 will be the Volkswagen Beetle. So if you want to be part of the Beetle revolution, which I'm still a purist and love the classics, but if you want a Beetle, 2,773 left in the country, and you can get yourself a Beetle. Final vehicle from this is the Chevy Cruze. You have lots of opportunities still to get these compared to the other ones. 6,765, yes, 6,765 is what they've got left from the Cruze, Chevy Cruze. So if you're interested in a small sedan and like the Cruze, go out and grab one of the last 6,000. And this is actually a bonus vehicle that's being discontinued. This one's being discontinued next year. This is the Fiat 500 hatchback and convertible are done. The car was relaunched. That relaunched Fiat in the U.S. almost a decade ago will be discontinued for the 2020 model year. In addition to the standard 500, the electric 500e, the high-performance Abarth, are also getting the axe. That's too bad, because I think the Abarth was a fun little roam around, and if you guys don't believe me, go check out Watch Jared Go. He bought one with a ton of miles on it, and it still quite a little rocket ship to go around. They're basing this all on the fact that they just weren't selling anything. Launched in 2011, the Fiat hit a sales peak of about 47,000 units in 2012, but in last year they only sold 5,370. So just doesn't make sense to keep around, and that definitely is good reasoning. This report is from Motor1.com, and it is about the 2020, about the Corvette C8. They're saying that the C8 Corvette okay. Headline is Corvette plant manager says C8 convertible coming in October. Well, we know that the C8 convertible arrives at some point this fall. Corvette assembly plant manager Kai Spandy says that the drop tops unveiling is in the October time frame. In a recently released video, drops that detail during a question and answer session, followed by a deep dive into the process of preparing Bowling Green for the C8's arrival. During the C8 Coupe's unveiling, a few images of the convertible also came out. One was as above. I don't really see a lot of difference between that and the no, I guess there's a little bit. I'll show you a picture of it in a minute, folks. Let's see. There is the convertible. Sorry for the nausea, guys. That's definitely not my intent. Let's make sure I'm still. Oh, there I am. Look at me. Drop top model's design is identical to the coupe up to the A-pillar. The folding hardtop sits on the roof. Designers reshaped the rear deck to add an angular nacelle behind each seat and to open area between them. Transparent engine cover is gone, and there's a flatter section there. Vents would still appear to allow some airflow to be to the power plant. Taillights and exhaust layout are the same as the coupe. That's another question for you guys. Do you like the more traditional exhaust placement that the C8 has, or did you like the more inboard exhaust placement like on the C7? I think both have their their merits, but I wanted to know what you guys thought about it. All right, so we got one more story before we go into a couple of recalls that I found. Subaru and Honda outboard. Well, yeah. On most cars, it does look really good on the outboard, and I do think it looks better on the C8 as well. But there are some like the Lamborghini Murcielago, stuff like that, where it's got just one big inboard that just kind of look cool. But anyway, Subaru and Honda set all-time single-month U.S. sales records in August. Impressive. While the U.S. and Japan continue to hash out the details of a new trade deal, American customers showed just how much they love Japanese automobiles. Both Honda and Subaru exceeded expectations in August and set all-time sales records for units moved in a single month. The booming business was led in part by the Honda CR-V and Subaru Crosstrek, both of which posted their best sales months ever. For Subaru, August 2019 marked the best sales month in company history and a claimed 93 straight months of yearly month-over-month growth. Subaru sold 70,000 vehicles, which beats the December 2018 record of 64,000. Top sellers were the Outback, Forester, Crosstrek. The Ascent notably saw a 72.8% increase in sales compared to 2018 at this time, with 7,319 sold. Now, I think that's probably because, the Ascent was just a new car at the time, and I don't think they had full protection at that point, but hey. So we got some more people in here. Sam's Garage, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you coming in here. And Pete, Camaro time, I also very much appreciate you stopping in and saying hi. So going back to the article, Honda America, which includes Honda and Acura, sold about 174,000 total vehicles, and that's up from 158,000 of those were Hondas. 147 was August 2019's. Mike M, thanks for coming over here as well. Really appreciate you stopping in. Honda achieved these numbers with strong sales across the line, despite the less consumer interest in sedans in general. CR-V was the best seller. Pilots, Odysseys, Civics, and Accords, those both were pretty good sellers as well, even though, as it said, less consumer interest in sedans. And Acura is not doing bad either. So congratulations to Honda and Subaru for their best sales month. All right, a couple recalls, and then we're just going to hang out and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat. The 2020 Kia Telluride, which I think is one really good looking SUV, full-size SUV. I like the design of that better than the GM full sizes, which I'm a GM guy. I don't generally like Kia products, but that is one sharp looking ride right there. So 30,000 Tellurides are being recalled in the US due to a seatbelt installation problem. Year to date, Kia hasn't sold much more than the 30,000 Tellurides, so the recall applies to nearly every Telluride on the road right now. Documents posted on the NHTSA's website explain that the wrong seatbelt assembly may have been installed in certain Tellurides. Instead of American spec assemblies, Middle East spec assemblies were installed on some Tellurides. So if you're a lucky person to have one of the Tellurides, go get it checked out. Make sure you've got good seatbelt assemblies in there. And this one I know is going to be a big one for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys have these cars out there. The 2019 Rolls-Royce Cullinan is being recalled for dimly lit brake lights. Yep. So, Sam's Garage. Yeah, who needs seatbelts, really? Well, if you live in New Hampshire, you don't need them. That's one of the few states. Not sure of many other states that you don't have to have seatbelts still, but New Hampshire, live free or you die. So the Cullinan, let's see, tells. Oh, yep, like I said, lots of you guys have to worry about this. 403 of these Cullinans have the issue of not having good, nicely lit brake lights, and need to be fixed. So, get your Cullinans back to the Rolls-Royce dealerships and get those fixed. All right. That's what I got for you for news and everything. Gonna turn it over to you guys. What do you guys want to talk about? What do you what's going on in your guys' worlds? Keep an eye on the chat. Yeah, they've gotten the Phantom instead. Yeah. It's always a struggle. Nowadays. Do I get the Phantom? Do I get the the Cullinan? I really want that SUV feel, but I really like my chauffeur-driven Phantom. So I know, Pete. It's a problem that I have as well. I mean, yeah, I wish it was a problem that I had. Here's something, a question for you guys. What do you think actually happened to Send It Steve's Corvette? If you guys don't know what's going on there, Send It Steve, the Corvette that he had sold to Street Speed 717, bought back, wrecked, did a bunch of work on. It's been sitting in his yard for quite a long time. Instagram, and he's done a couple videos on it now, where he it smashed up and stuff. So anyway, Steve, I know probably you're not ever gonna see this video, but I do feel for you, buddy. I know I've had cars like that too, where you just have enough out over time. But hey, all right, Sam's Garage. I have 2 Jaguar X types and love them. 4-wheel drive, so I don't get stuck in the snow. Oh yeah, that's definitely now X-Type. If I remember correctly, that was a Ford derived X-Type. Yeah, X-Type was a Ford derived Jag from the Mondeo or something like that, if I remember correctly. That's I go back and forth with these European companies when they were bought by U.S. manufacturers like Volkswagen, Volvo by Ford, Jaguar, Aston Martin, and Land Rover, GM buying Saab. I understand why the companies did that, the economy of scales and whatnot, but I think it just excuse me, so hurt the brands that a lot of them couldn't recover, including Saab. Anyway, Walt did not see follow-up on Vet. Okay, he did post a video last night. He doesn't really go into what happened to the car. It just shows him, gives you the history of how he got the car, what he went through, and that he's just he's putting it into storage for a while because he just can't. He says he can't deal with it right now, which understandable. Pete, yeah, I quit watching these guys over a year ago. Very true. I was an on and off watcher, but the guys that spent time with and were nice enough to let us into their lives for a few hours while we were there. It was I have a bit more of a respect for them, and even with a little bit of clickbait stuff. I mean, I wish I could get as good as I don't want to say clickbait, but getting more attractive titles for my videos and stuff. So trying to get more people in, but I just haven't been able to figure it out. Sam, just don't like the fact that the parts are too expensive. Yeah. He used to work for my car just to fix it. Yeah, right. Yeah, Hammer Down. Steve Fast is an amazing guy. If you can ever hook up with him and do some stuff, he is just the nicest guy. Went way above and beyond. I can't wait to get that hammer down video finished up and uploaded tomorrow. Just a hotter than heck that day, but just the most fun I've had in a very long time. So that's my thing. What else? Thanks, Sam, for reminding everybody to hit that like button. What else can I think of? What else can we do? To do YouTube, like, that is very true, Benny. It does cost a lot of money, but they also make a lot of money. I can't tell you how much, and I'm not going to, put that stuff out there, but, Steve, Send It Steve said that one video of his made him a boatload of money, and I'd love to be able to, I'd love to be able to do that sort of stuff. Definitely not in the cards any day, soon for this channel, but we're working on it. We're working on it. We've gotten, like I say, a really nice bump for a month on subscribers to the channel. Got some good stuff coming up as far as going to get into some more review stuff of the Everyman's Car. Stuff that you and I can actually go out and buy off the street and not have to worry about taking out huge loans on, that sort of stuff. So there'll definitely be more how well it held up videos coming on the channel, and that's a good thing for us. All right, so Pete, that is true. That's why a lot of people watch him. Yes, Pete, that is true about Mike and why he's constantly changing cars. But I also think, excuse me, that he got a big wake-up call, or at least he should have, when he had so much people, following him over the Blazer build, the OBS, his cheap stuff. People really liked that. They saw what you could do for little money. That was, a thing that I, why I got really back into him. I could care less about him drag racing, McLarens or, his Corvette or any of that sort of stuff. I liked the cheap stuff. I do also like the giveaway stuff. I am a sucker for, trying to win a car and, meeting somebody that's, way more famous and trying to get my name out there. So that's right. Cheap stuff has mass interest. Like I said, one of my best viewed videos right now is an 8-month-old video, and I'm consistently getting anywhere from 20 to 30, videos every 48 hours, or views every 48 hours. And it's a video about a, can't remember the year, but it's a Honda Pilot. Car that everybody, has. Or has access to, I do really enjoy doing the how well it held up stuff. So since it's getting the views, I'm more than happy to keep going with it. Will I keep doing the car show stuff? Yeah, but definitely don't get nearly as many views, and it's okay. It's okay. But even his cheap stuff is too rich for my blood. Oh, well, the Blazer build that he did when he started out, you buy it for $1,200. He put $2,000 or $3,000 into it. I mean, that's still more than I have, but that's way more accessible than a $200,000 McLaren. Even right, or is considered buying you. Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. Yeah. I don't have much more for you guys other than show you some cool swag that I got from the road trip. Old Car Auto Guy. I got a sticker from him that needs to find a place. I also got a couple of Hammer Down Motorsports. No, it's backwards for you guys, but Hammer Down Motorsports, and then another. You can see that very well, but I also got T-shirts. I've got a T-shirt from Hammer Down from Steve Fast. I got a T-shirt from Steve Freeman. Send it, Steve. Got a hat from Andy at Diablo Formula Racing. I also got a T-shirt from Jason. So, yeah. Grandma looks like a comfy ride. Absolutely, she is. 7 hours. We stopped briefly, for gas and bathroom breaks. But other than that, it was absolutely. It's not as comfortable as Zelda, but a very close second. Road trip was a good adventure. Did you get more? Yes. I was, like everything else that I, have experienced with this YouTube channel, my thoughts were aimed really high, and they definitely came in a little bit under, but, but I picked up 42-ish subscribers since the videos that we, did with the guys down south. I'm more than happy with, that. Would I like more? Absolutely. But hey, it was a fun time, great bunch of people. Couldn't be asked for anything more. Yes, I've always wanted a Marauder, and if I can have Marauder, an Impala SS is for me the next best thing. I actually don't even care if it's the Impala SS. I just love those old bubble Caprices. We had a station wagon Caprice, 92, I think it was. Love that thing. Great. Kids loved it because of the rear facing seat. Just a fun. Grand Marquis, just like that one. Yep. They're tried and true. That's the thing with the Panther platform. They made those cars, granted updating them, but for the most part, all of them are good and reliable. I'm a fan of a little older ones that still have the 5-liter engines in them, but they're if you can find a good, well taken care of, solid car, the parts are cheap for them because they're everywhere. Just a great car to have. Yep, I do love fast old cars. I love fast new cars. I like the fast old ones better because they have character. Brother loves old cars, and I love fast cars. Makes sense. Old, fast, everything, all good. But I like a car that's oddball. I like a car that's got personality. That's generally where I think of as far as the oddball stuff. I do really hope and love, am praying that next year we'll have some cash flow to be able to put the needed time and energy into getting Zelda back on the road. So that's a thing for the future. All right, guys. This is about all I got for me. I really appreciate you all hanging in here for 49 minutes. I thank you for the great conversation in the chat. I think we're going to end it here and have a day. Hopefully it's a good one.